Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. It's Wednesday, and we are doing the WSET Level 1 test overview week, and today we're talking tasting. And let's start off by talking about something that might be surprising coming from someone who's spent over 160 episodes talking about wine. Tasting wine formally with a prescribed system and specific categories felt really different from tasting wine the way I normally do for the show. No better or worse necessarily, but just different in the way that was revealing. The WSET Systematic Approach to Tasting, the SAT, is not just a vocabulary list. It's a way of paying attention, and applying it formally in an exam context showed me places where my attention had been slipping. The SAT works in 4 stages. The first is appearance. You tilt the glass against a white background and assess 3 things: clarity, which ranges from clear to hazy; intensity, which describes how deep or pale the color is; and color, which describes a specific hue. In a white wine, color runs from lemon green through gold to amber. In a red wine, it runs from purple through ruby and garnet to tawny. The appearance stage gives you a first set of clues about the wine before you've smelled or tasted anything. A hazy appearance suggests minimal filtration or a natural wine. A pale color in a red suggests either a thin-skinned grape like Pinot Noir or a cool climate, or both. A deep garnet in a red suggests either a thick-skinned grape like Cabernet Sauvignon or significant time in oak. These are tendencies, not certainties, but they narrow the field before you've even brought the glass to your nose. The second stage is nose. You assess the wine's aromas by working through a series of categories. The first impression of fruit character and whether it's primary, meaning of fresh fruit aromas from the grape itself; secondary, meaning fermentation-derived aromas like yeast, bread dough, or cream; or tertiary, meaning the developed aromas that come from aging include dried fruits, nuts, leather, earth, tobacco, and the range of complex characters that develop as a wine matures. You also assess the intensity of the nose, light, medium, or pronounced, and any specific aromas that you can identify. The structure of the stage was one of the most useful things that this gave me, and I realized that I had been tasting wine mostly at the first impression level, noting whether I liked the smell and identifying a new prominent aroma, without systematically working through the full aromatic picture. This forced me to stay longer with the nose, work through the categories deliberately, and notice things that I would have ordinarily skipped. The third stage is palate. This is the most complex stage and the one with the most specific categories. You assess sweetness through dry through sweet, acidity from low through medium to high, tannins and reds from low, medium to high, and also whether the tannin is fine-grained or grippy and astringent, body from light, medium to full, flavor intensity from light to pronounced. The flavors themselves working through the same primary, secondary, and tertiary framework as the nose, and finish from short through medium to long finishes. Finish is one of the clearest quality indicators in any wine. Great wine has long finish, often measured in seconds or even minutes. The fourth stage is conclusions. Working from everything you've observed in the stages above, you draw conclusions about the wine's quality level and its readiness for drinking, from too young through ready but will improve, peak, past its peak. In an exam context, you're also drawing conclusions about what the wine might be: grape, the region, the approximate age, from the clues that you've gathered. That deductive exercise is the most challenging part of the test and the part that develops the most with practice. What I took from applying this formally is a renewed appreciation for the value of slowing down. I've tasted a lot of wine quickly, forming impressions rapidly, and moving on. This method insists on a more deliberate pace, and that pace services detail I had been skipping. So if you've never tried formal systematic tasting, take a glass of whatever you have at home tonight and work through the appearance, nose, and palate, one stage at a time before you draw any conclusions. You might notice things you've never noticed before. Tomorrow, we're going to talk storing, serving, and pairing, the practical session. You won't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. We'll see you tomorrow for the next decant.